So, just to start out here, our first task was to ask what cinema verite was. So, I went and asked my character here, Yaini Boyd, about what cinema verite was. Now, keep in mind, she has no idea what it is. So, I just said, use the best knowledge of your abilities. Like, go ahead and just bring one out, you know? When she ended up saying stuff of like it's like super fast motion and like action packed like cinema like a Transformers movie, which is wrong, but I asked anyways. And we have over here's my buddy Grant at work, so I decided to ask him. I was like, hey man, are you happy, and he goes, well, of course, yes, I'm always happy. And then he went on a little rant about how God and Jesus make him happy, and that's I think that's beautiful. Over here, this was probably my longest video. This is my roommate Cam and his friend Sola, and our task was to follow somebody. And I knew people would just walk around and follow people, and I was like, oh, I'll do something a little different. So we got on our skateboards, and we're going down this nasty hill. And Solo's kind of moving slow because Cam's fast. Cam just wanted to go for it. He's better than I am. I'm not too great, as you can see. And the right around this curve over here, I get a little too heated and boom, yep, there it is. So then we go back up the hill. I'm gonna skip to that part and then we can continue. Okay, we're back. And then basically we went up the hill, and this is where I really kind of wanted to use the whole verite aspect of things, as I was getting most of their conversation back and forth. It was pretty interesting. We were talking about how construction kind of sucks for the skate scene. And I act like I'm in the skate scene. I'm not really crazy in the skate scene, but look, like, I can do it. But we go through. I like this shot right here. This is pretty good. The like lower camera angle. This was the week we saw Primary. That is a little later. And I wanted to take a higher shot, but I want to get the boards like in the shot, so that kind of didn't work. Oh, and then look, my elbow or my finger gets in here. That's odd. Well, that's what a 0.5 lens will do. We ended up like going back down the hill, and then I actually fell down and cut my arm, but that's a different story. We went up and down the hill a few times. Now it looks as a better shot with the boards in it, because the boards is something that's kind of out of place, and then there's also the conversation and everything with that too. But the verite aspect that I feel from this is the boards and this movement, because we're just like, oh, we're just three dudes, we're walking. They're walking up, talking about the scenery. It's a nice part too. This also relates to the I'm forgetting the one with the Clinton election. I'm forgetting the name of it, where they want to get lower shots. I try to go lower here, as like on the second attempt on skateboard, but then I almost hit an old lady. You saw that old lady who was walking. I almost hit her again. She keeps walking. And that's how that turned out. This is my best shoot. I like this part. This was a good task. Another one. This was the how-to video, how to enjoy life after work. I narrated and voiceover it on this one too, and I kind of split it up between myself. The process was reading a book, seeing sights, making sure that you're living life. You have to enjoy. You have to enjoy what you do. But nothing crazy over here. This one because I filmed it with myself, and I used like a grocery cart right here. They had a grocery cart on the basketball court. I was like, okay, well we can do something with this. I wanted to make it a little more comedic than the other ones, which is like, oh, okay, you go ahead, you're doing something, blah 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 blah, and it just works out like that. I also think this. Oops. I also think this works out more with the kind of the high school movie because, yes, it's not like it's scripted and planned and stuff. It's not like, oh, it's just like showing the everyday life, like stuff you can do or get done or anything of the sort, which I think fully encaptures the Verite spirit. Even though in mine I don't have very questionable shots or awkward shots of that principal yelling at that kid or the gym scene with the dancers or anything. But it slightly reminds me of that. And then like more comedic stuff. I said steal his wheels. Obviously don't steal the wheels, but remember to make sure that you only have one day, so just live that good day. On this one, I was thinking of more. This one, I had the war room in mind, and I wanted to get lower camera because for some reason the lower camera angles speak to me. I'm not sure why. I guess just with the high camera angles, it feels more of like an actual thing that I'm doing. With a low camera angle, I feel like I can get a bunch more of just natural stuff. So I'm walking around my restaurant that I work at, and then I was just trying to encapsulate everything, and then boom, I run into assistant GM James, and he just starts questioning me, and then we start having a talk, and he wants to talk about my phone. He's like, "Hey, what you got your phone out for? What you doing?" And I just played it cool. We started talking about the phone case. But I just wanted to encompass the low shot. What I should have done here was zoom in on his face so you can really get a good picture of it. But I didn't. But a good picture of that, and then also either get a conversation with the group in the back as you saw walking down the line. That was my next step. But then we got busy, so they were like, "Oh yeah, no, don't do that." I like the guy though. James, a nice guy. And that concludes that. I just want to say it was very interesting getting some of these projects done, and then also fun getting some of them done. I switched back and forth. Some of them I'm like, oh crap, I need to get this done. I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. And I start stressing about it. And the others I'm like, oh okay, yeah, boom, we'll record that. Get it nice and done, easy. But thank you for the opportunity. And have a good night.